Welcome into the Alabama Football Report. I am Tom Downey. Coming up on today's show, we have the latest following a fairly significant recruiting weekend for the Crimson Tide. A bunch of official visitors came to town. We'll break down these 6 players. I'll also make note, already committed, Rico Scott. He was in town too, but he's not going anywhere. We won't spend much time on DeMello Jones, elite name, but kind of still sounds like the vibe is expected to go and stick with the Twins of Georgia. But Calhoun, Hampton, Seaton, Jefferson, Faga, we will break it all down for you guys on today's show. But first, I want you guys to chime in for me. How many years have you been a fan of the Alabama Crimson Tide? By the way, for life is a perfectly valid answer as well, so go let me know in the comment section. Let's begin with, I think, one of the bigger notes coming out of it. Daniel Calhoun, the 4-star offensive lineman, told both 24/7 Sports and On3 that Alabama has the edge in his recruiting cycle. Now, I will make note, it's early. There are still several visits for Calhoun to go on. This is one of the earlier ones, so it's not maybe the biggest surprise. Plus, I think the Crimson Tide do a really good job overall of the official visits side of things. Also worth mentioning, good note from On3 is this as part of it. Calhoun's an offensive lineman. Lots of teams doing some negative recruiting against linemen towards Alabama because everyone knows Caden Proctor is going to be a key part of that O-line for 3 years. That's one less spot over the time frame these top recruits want to potentially make an impact. Calhoun is a 4-star recruit, the number 86 overall recruit. All these numbers, by the way, as you always see, part of the 24/7 Sports composite rankings. It is still the industry standard, after all. He already took a visit to Georgia. That was on June 2nd. Alabama came this past weekend. He's at Auburn today, by the way. Tennessee over the weekend, and then Texas. So a lot of interest and intrigue around Dylan Calhoun, but it does sound like things went really well. Always a good sign when Calhoun says, and I quote, "They got a little edge right now. The visit was good." When they have the edge in the lead, said similar things about 24/7 Sports and On3. It's a good sign for how things went and where things stand in his recruitment. Now, it is June. Fall camp is still quite a ways away. Are you enjoying our recruiting-focused videos? I do want to hear from you guys if you like these or don't like these, so let us know. And if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Type in Y for yes, you like them, N for no, you don't. And if it's a no, by the way, let us know what, if anything, we can change. The ad break comes here. It's the pinned comment, so go vote. Y or N. We'll stick in the trenches. Jordan Seaton with On3 reporting that the visit went very, very well. Part of their insider article. Alabama could be the new leader here. I always get a little bit cautious when it comes to these things because it's the recency bias, right? Like you just went to the school, everything went well, you had a really good time, you have several more visits still to go, so, not necessarily going to be a locked and loaded commit to the first place that you go to, right? It is very early in his commitment, still a bunch of it's left to go, so early leader might not mean that much as it relates to Alabama and to Seaton. He's a 4-star recruit, number 41 overall. He's listed at 6'5", also listed as an interior offensive lineman, so I'm not totally sure he'll actually play on the inside. At that size, that's typically more indicative of a tackle, but maybe there's some position flex there. I'll put him at number 2 from Washington, D.C. The composite has him as number 8, but then when you actually click on the state rankings, he's second because there aren't 8 players from D.C. in the top 40. Might have been a bug since he's now at IMG Academy, I think is what's actually causing the issues there. Some other top contenders here for Jordan Seaton beyond, of course, Alabama, Georgia, Florida State, Florida, and Ohio State. All of those programs very much in the mix. Sounds like the expectation is he will take visits with those programs as well. So very much a who's who of some of the top teams in the recruiting cycle. We have a deal alert for you guys on today's show. Alabama football jerseys are 25% off. Custom ones, so you can make it a Jalen Milroe jersey. You can make it your name. You can make it your dad's name for Father's Day. Whatever you want to do. They've got the custom ones and former players such as Bryce Young. Also on sale, 25% off. It's a perfect gift for yourself or a loved one. Go get it today. Link will be in the comment section and in the description. It's chatsports.com/Alabama jersey. Let's talk receivers, also slash athletes, since that's, what they're labeled as. Amari Jefferson, and you don't always see, not quite real time, but day of updates on social media. That's what Amari Jefferson was doing. He very publicly made it clear how much he enjoyed his visit with the Crimson Tide. He is currently committed to Tennessee baseball, by the way. Now, could not meet with the Alabama baseball program because, super regionals are going on, so that just wasn't going to happen. So in theory, he could and will come back later to meet with more of the baseball side of things since he's got interest in doing both sports there. What was very noteworthy in the way Jefferson took it was Nick Saban spent a lot of time with him and his family specifically when they went to dinner. Here's what Amari had to say to 24/7 Sports. My official to Bama has been amazing. Coach Saban has been around me a ton, which was unexpected. He and Mrs. Saban have been connecting with my parents a lot. That is important, that my parents feel good about the school I choose to attend. It's always good when you can woo the parents as well as the kid, because that's really what you're doing. These are kids after all. Jefferson is not that highly touted, relative to the 5-star top 100 guys Bama tends to get, but there's a lot of buzz and interest around him with some of the top programs. 4-star, 270 overall, number 23 athlete. Again, expected to play wide receiver. I believe On3 has him as their number 1 recruit in Tennessee, if I'm recalling correctly. But again, composite ranks right there. He's got 2 more visits coming this month. Georgia, June 16th to the 18th. Tennessee, June 23rd to the 25th. So keep an eye on Jefferson. Clearly, Alabama's got a lot of interest in him. We will have more Alabama football videos for you guys all season long. It'll get more entertaining once the season gets going, when fall camp begins. But we're still going to have content for you guys because we all need our Bama football fix. Hit that sub button right now. Let's go to another athlete slash wide receiver, Aeryn Hampton. He has visited his top 2 schools. In no particular order, Alabama, it is Texas. And the expectation is with 24/7 Sports mentioning a July 4th recruitment date that I don't know if it's actually been announced slash confirmed, but that's general expectation of early July. Decision is probably going to come soon for Hampton. Between Texas, between Alabama, Tide are pushing hard. Hampton's from Texas. Good pitches on both sides. Texas has some fun quarterbacks, and the presence of Arch Manning does matter there. He is a little bit more highly touted than the previously mentioned Amari Jefferson, 4-star recruit, 116 overall, number 22 out of Texas, and is the number 10 athlete. When it comes to the needs right now for Alabama in the recruiting side of it, what do you think is their single biggest need? Is it a wide receiver? They're actually in great shape at quarterback, so probably not that route what Julian's saying. Sound off in the comment section for me. One more note on, again, I believe it's pronounced Isaia Faga. I'm not sure if I'm mispronouncing it. I'm terribly sorry. Trip to Alabama, strong success, good reviews. Not that I'll make note right now. I've yet to ever see any of the recruiting insider or even the players themselves go, yeah, that visit sucked. It was a disaster. Nothing went right. It's not how it goes. There's best shape of life season for football players, and it's recruiting hype season. So yeah. It sounds like it was successful, but aren't they always a bit more successful there? Now, he is currently committed to Utah, with the Crimson Tide working hard to flip the 3-star recruit, which is very intriguing there. Number 75 defensive tackle. Low rated. He actually dropped from the last time we checked the number before the weekend began, but that's, again, given the other top contenders for him, Alabama, Florida, Texas, committed to Utah, that would make me think that, hey, you know what? Maybe it's a situation where the recruiting rankings are a bit behind because you got Bama, Texas, and Florida all making a push. We'll see. Texas visit, by the way, coming up this coming weekend for Isaiah, and then maybe one to Florida after that. That is the end of today's show. I appreciate every single one of you who made it all the way through today's video, all the way to the end, watched it in theory, commented, and liked it, enjoyed it. If that's you, if you got all the way through today's video, we appreciate you. We can show you some love if you head down there and give me a Roll Tide in the comments section, and we can show you some love and give you some appreciation for making it all the way through today's Alabama Football Report by Chat Sports. Big ups. Go type in Roll Tide.